Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Self-Made Society podcast. I am your host, Kaylee Elliott, and I am excited for this episode. But before we get into it, I want to give you guys an update. I know the past two episodes I've talked about recording and putting video format out on my YouTube channel, and while I was putting it over a graphic and just having the audio over there as another platform to share the podcast, the video format was just not something that I was liking. I wasn't liking anything that was coming from it, so I want to sit back and figure that out before moving forward, because sometimes I just jump into things and then absolutely despise it and do not like it, and then I just completely stop and never want to try and fix it. So I'm going to try and go a different route about this and try and figure it out and make it good from the beginning and then go forward. So that is an update on that. I just felt like I needed to give you guys an explanation, because I know I've talked about putting out the video format and nothing else came out. So wanted to update you guys on that. And also, before we get into this, I'm not gonna lie, I already recorded this episode once, and it was completely all over the place. It was a very good therapy session for me, but it was completely all over the place. There were some things there that do not need to be talked about, and I know I told you guys I would be real and raw and authentic with you guys, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to be in this episode, but the main thing is, I want to keep it still focused on the topic of the podcast, and that was just completely all over the place. So we're gonna get into this. That was a little update for you guys, and yeah, let's just get into this episode. So as you can tell by the title, this is all about energy, protecting your energy, understanding that your energy is sacred. I'm going to give you a few tips on what to do so that your energy is good energy and you're not completely drained all the time, or you're not getting negative energy that is draining you more than fueling you. And if you hear my cat, I am sorry. So let's get into this. Your energy is the most sacred thing ever. Obviously, there are so many important things in your life, but your energy is so important, and I feel like so many people do not understand that. If you are constantly, as an example, if you are constantly pouring into somebody else's cup, or you are constantly hanging around people with negative energy, your cup is never going to be full, and you are never going to feel energized. You are never going to feel good. You are always going to feel completely drained, and you want to lay in bed or lay on the couch all day, every single day, and you feel like you can never get enough rest. That is how it's going to feel. You're going to feel extremely burnt out if you are constantly pouring into other people's cups, or if you are constantly being around negative energy. That is just the facts. Your energy is so sacred that you have to watch where you are putting every single ounce of your energy and where you are getting your energy from. If you are getting your energy from negative people, you are going to feel negative. You're going to look for the negative. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to want to lay in bed all day, every single day. You're not going to eat food that it fuels you. You're going to do everything that drains you instead of everything that uplifts you. If you are around positive people, or more positive than negative, then you are going to be energized. I'm not saying you're not going to have your bad days, because trust me, my people that I'm around, I make sure that it's good people. I make sure that it's good energy. And there's still some days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put my head down for the night. But the whole point is that if you are around more positive energy, more just better energy in general, you are going to feel better than if you were around negative energy. Your energy is so sacred that you have to be aware of where it is going and of where you are getting it from. For example, the whole reason that I'm even recording this episode is because this has just came to light for me, and it was something that I didn't even know I was gonna have to put out there and have a conversation with somebody about it. But for example, I know I've talked about it in a lot of my episodes, but I went through a breakup 2 months ago. I mean, obviously still going through it. Like, it's not something you just get over overnight, but I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good for being 2 months. So I say 2 months ago it happened because obviously that's when it did. I'm still processing everything. But a few weeks ago, this girl that I work with, she got me and her brother to connect, and which was amazing. Like, she is an amazing person. Like, I count her as like one of my best friends, and her brother is an amazing guy. Like, I have nothing against him. But my past relationship took so much energy out of me because I just constantly gave my energy away to him. I just constantly gave my energy away, and he took a lot of my energy because of certain aspects and certain situations that would happen when we would be together. Not saying anything bad about him, like, nothing bad about him. He was never like that bad of a boyfriend. It was just there were certain situations where it wasn't happy all the time. It was a lot more negative than it was positive energy. And so a lot of it just drained me, and I felt completely drained a lot of the time. And at other times, like, he did give me good energy, but a lot of the time I just felt completely drained. And I realized, like, after I got out of the relationship, I was like, why did I put up with that? Why did I let myself stay in an energy like that just made me feel like I didn't want to do anything else? Like, that was a very hard thing, and like, I put so much of my energy into that relationship and barely got anything out of it. I felt more drained a lot of the time being with him than I did not being with him. So while I was getting a lot of the relationship, like spending so much time with him, having fun, and being cared for, there was still a lot of my energy that was being drained from me because of certain situations. And so while I was talking to this guy and getting to know him and just realizing, like, he is an energy giver, and in a good way, a positive energy giver, I just came to the conclusion, like, God was talking to me. I was praying and reading the Bible and connecting with him in every single way that I possibly could. So he just, like, put something on my heart, like, your energy needs to be focused on me right now. Your energy needs to be focused on me, going to work, getting your stuff done, being plugged in with school, Bible study, family, and friends. Your energy does not need to go to another guy right now. Your energy needs to be focused on me 60% of the time. And I'm saying 60% of the time. Like, that's a big percentage because I have work, friends, family, and school as well. So 60% of the time of, like, praying, plugging into the Bible, and all of those types of things. But obviously, like, my whole life is, like, every single day I try to live every single moment through God. But the point is, just being connected with him, like, and I just accidentally hit the stop button, but being plugged in and, like, having that intentional relationship with God, majority over everything else. So that just came up, and I realized, like, my energy does not need to be going to another relationship right now. That is where, like, my energy was drained the last time this happened. And while this guy is amazing and he seems to be nothing like my ex, it is still something that my energy does not need to be focused on. It could probably be a good positive energy giver, but talking to him for like a week or so, it just felt like it wasn't the right time, and it was draining my energy. And I realized that talking to him and waiting for his messages, waiting to hear back from him, like, all of those things was draining my energy more than it was giving to me. Now, while I was talking to him, having conversation with him, it was good. He was making me laugh. He was making me smile. But overall, my energy just was not good. And God was like, listen, I get it. You want that man one day. But right now is not the time. So focus on me. Focus your energy where it needs to go. And your life is going to keep changing. And it's going to keep changing for the better. And when your husband, your future husband, comes around, you're going to be ready. You're going to be completely healed. You're going to have the best relationship with me. You're going to be doing good with school. You're going to be doing good with your business. You're going to be doing good in general. But your focus needs to go in the right areas. Your energy needs to go in the right areas. And so I learned such a crucial lesson in the fact that if you are not aware of where your energy is being put out or where you're getting your energy from, your life might not be what it could be. If your energy is constantly negative, it's not going the way that it could be. So change that around. Be aware of where you're putting your energy and be aware of where you're getting it from. Be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with and be aware of who you could be surrounding yourself with. Be aware of the positive, healthy, energy-giving habits and be aware of the negative, draining energy habits. For example, 1, energy giving, exercising. I know some people may be like, oh my gosh, that just takes your energy away. No. Exercising is going to give you energy, and trust me, I need to do more of it. Eating the right foods, it's going to give you energy. Surrounding yourself with the right people is going to give you energy. Being plugged in into God's word is going to give you energy. Focusing your energy on the right aspects of your life is going to make your life experience 100 times better. That is the end of this episode. I know it's a shorter episode, but trust me, it's better than the one that I was going to put out about this whole thing. Like, this one was straight to the point. My cat is being very loud, so if you hear her, I am sorry. Lily, just go. Anyways, so it like the first time I recorded this, it was just stories after stories, and while I gave you some background information on one important story of how I learned this lesson, it's better because the last one was like 15 more minutes of me rambling. So that is the end of this episode. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I want you guys to remember your energy is so sacred and that you need to not take advantage of the energy you have, and you need to make sure that you are around positive energy and you are doing things that is going to give you so much good energy that you're not going to feel extremely drained at the end of the day. So I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I have some huge life updates coming soon, so we're going to stay tuned for that. But I will see you guys and talk to you guys in my next episode.